What's up, my people? It's your boy Blackie again, aka Mr. Matter. As you know, I bring you hottest matter. I bring you smoking hot matter. Matter we go always a ginger. Matter we go make you the big body for choice. Swagalicious, tantalizing matter. Matter that you can never what? Matter that you can never do it. I be call person me person contrary for the show because this show is about what is about to bomb someone bottom. If we don't be selfish for this show, call someone to join you and don't try to touch that because if you miss that show, you are not gonna ever get this show. Anyway, again, Merry Xmas and Happy New Year to everyone. I pray may we experience more and more of the years on this land of the living. And for those of you who give me Xmas rice and Xmas chicken, I know verse, we still gather there. I still have a lot of shows to put up for you, and you still have a lot of listening to give back to me. Back on the run zone, still on the matter. What is the matter? As you know, I bring you what I bring you hot matter. No touch that time. The first matter I'll be giving you today is really hot and exclusive. What is the first matter? The first matter is Asuu finally called up strike. Wow, that's amazing. Asuu, they finally called up the strike that lasted for 9 good months since March 2020. This is what students they've been expecting to hear from the Asuu. This is what students have been expecting to hear. Actually, this is a long industrial action that people never thought that wow, it's going to come to an end so fast. Well, this was announced in Abuja by the union. When the union they were doing their briefing in Abuja, this was announced. This was announced by the national president of Asuu, which is the Academic Staff Union of University, and their president is the person of Biodun Ogunyemi. He said that the union they've actually decided to call off the strike, and he talked on behalf of the lecturer. He said the lecturer said that they sympathize with the students, which the student that happens to be their own daughters and sons, and they said no sacrifice is too much to resolve the issue on ground as long as the federal government is consistent in its commitment. And before this Asuu strike of a thing called of the Minister for Labour and Employment, the person of Chris Ngege, he said that Asuu they will call up the strike before January 15th. So you see, it's not like that man is like a prophecy here because he saw that thing coming and it actually happened. And the calling of the strike was effective on December 24th. You see, saying a Christmas gift be that. So it's actually a Christmas gift for students that take this as Christmas gift. For those of you who will never get Christmas gift, that is actually a Christmas gift for you. And the federal government also said that they will give Asuu 40 billion naira for N allowance. So that's what they pledged to do. And they will give them 30 billion naira for revitalization of their university system. And also said that they're going to relate that to their organs and to the rest of them before knowing what to do. And they urged the federal government that they should stick to that agreement. So if they don't stick to that agreement, that they can still get to strike any moment in time. So let's hope the federal government, they are going to stick to their agreement. But the question is, how long will Asuu keep striking if the federal government are not agreeing to their terms? And right now we're having the problem of institution in Nigeria. We don't have much institution in Nigeria. People that are applying for JAM, they are finding it hard, to get into school of their choices, or they are scanty institution in the school. So can we trust this federal government that is still battling to pay Asuu money? Can we trust them to provide more institution for students that are still doing jam, that are still coming back? Well, that's a question for everyone to answer. Can we trust this federal government that is still battling with Asuu to provide institution for students that are writing jam and are hoping to get into institution, in order to bring up their future aspiration and make sure they achieve their future aspiration? We know building of institution is very expensive, unlike payment of the Asuu staffs of a thing. So that is, it's expensive compared to payment of the Asuu staff. Well, let's just hope the federal government, let's just hope they do their thing well, and they should, come to terms very well, and they should stick to their terms. Stick to their terms very well with Asuu, so that Asuu don't have to, come and strike of a thing, so we shouldn't expect them striking. We've seen a lot of students that they're supposed to complete their course in a period of 6 years, and they are now completing it in a period of 8 years. Well, that's not so good enough. It's not palatable in the year. Let's hope things get fine on that. And anything you think about this matter, you can feel free to get into our comment section. Our comment section is very open for amazing people like you. I love to hear from amazing people like you. And before leaving this matter, let me quickly read out what people say on Twitter. A lot of people have gotten, to Twitter and express what they feel about this whole thing, and they actually called out their mind. Most of them, they are students. And the first person here is retired UX stars. That's his Twitter is name. He said Asuu called up strike when people brain don't know. Wow, this person is actually saying the truth. But most students now, they've actually spent most of their time at home, so and they've not been really doing that. Well, those students, their brain go down the smell us. No doubt, I won't argue about that actually. And someone there, and he also said a crying picture. He shared a crying picture. A picture of someone crying actually, and another person there, his username there is Bunga TM. The person said that after a month strike, our departmental ladies to lecture all. Put their hashtag. Also, shared a picture of pregnant woman, walking. This person is really funny. This person is actually saying that this resumption, you actually see some students resuming back with what? With pregnancy. And someone they also said his username on Twitter there is Abu Jafar Mohammed. He said, "Dear Asuu, the strike affected everyone. So we are requesting for an hashtag Asuu certificate to add in our CV when going for an interview." This person actually talked that staying at home and experiencing this Asuu stuff, everything makes them qualified to have this thing in their CV. So wherever they are going, they know that these people try going before they finish school. They don't spend 9 months for us, and easy for them, doing all this kind of stuff. So let me quickly take you to the second matter. Go nowhere. Don't try to touch that die. Please don't touch that die. Please, if you touch that, you're gonna miss a lot. And don't let them be telling you what you're missing, because you get something where you say you go miss, and you say go no, say you miss. Don't try and miss this one. This bowl of beef pepper soup. We get pepper and we get the second matter of giving that. I didn't arrest Omahlay and Tems. Wow, who said this? This is coming from who? Well, this is coming from Bebeku. He said that he didn't arrest Omahlay and Tems because there's a lot of controversy that Bebeku was responsible for the arrest of Tems and Omahlay. They also said Bebeku got them arrested. Bebeku is the person that alerted the security agencies. Bebeku Bebeku is saying that he didn't have anything to do with that. So he's trying to say that he has got nothing to do with that. And he began by defending himself. He said that